Hey, this is Mike Addis. Thanks for joining me. It's always a pleasure to bring you this video. Today is February 14th, Sunday, February 14th. I'm going to do a quick video on real estate and how I buy real estate. I'm mostly building real estate in foreign countries now, but I want to get into that right now. Let's just talk about the United States. We're going to do a deal in the United States. First of all, number one, it's all about where you live or where you're looking. So people make these big giant statements about real estate's up 20%. That doesn't mean anything to me. You know, real estate's up 10-15% on my street, but I live near the ocean in San Diego, Southern California. So that market's not the same as Columbus, Ohio. It's not the same as Bemidji, Minnesota. So your location in real estate is everything. Forget about location. I'm talking about where you want to buy your real estate based on what the cost is and the kind of profit you can make on buying a piece of real estate. So that's what this video is about. So let's just focus again. It's your location, number one. I'm in Southern California, North San Diego County. I'm not buying any real estate here. The average price house here is $1 million in Carlsbad, California. It's just way overpriced. You know, they're probably worth $500,000, $600,000. To build it, maybe $300,000 or $400,000. You know, so the land that I'm sitting on is maybe worth $700,000, but the house is worth $400,000. You know, 3,000 square foot house is $100. That's $300,000. Let's say $400,000. The house is worth 1.1. That means the land's worth $700,000. It's not possible. But guess what? It is, because people are paying for it. So that's what it's worth. Whatever that means. So location's number one. Number two, whenever I buy real estate, I haven't been buying any lately because I don't want to leave California to buy the real estate. I don't feel like going east. If I go east further enough in California, I end up in the desert. So California may or may not know this is a desert leading up to the ocean. That's why it's so dry and it's not humid here. That's one of the reasons. So number two, and most importantly, is that you buy your real estate at 30% or more below the appraised value. Now, how do you get appraised value? That's number three. So you got to buy it at 30% below appraised value, and then you have to get an appraised value. Well, you're not going to go around and get appraisals on properties you may or may not buy. You got to get what's called a soft appraisal. You got to find an appraiser that knows what the hell he's talking about. Now, real estate agents will tell you that they know everything about valuations, or you think you're going to go to Zillow, and Zillow's going to give you the numbers. One of the things that I've learned is appraisers really know what it's worth because banks use appraisers. Now, if there's another way of getting a real good soft appraisal, hard appraisal means you pay $500 and they do the appraisal. It's a 10-page report or whatever the hell it is. So number three, no matter how you get it, you have to be absolutely certain that the purchase price is going to be 30% below. I've done them at 25% below appraised value. I've done them at 40%. Why? Because you want to have a lot of room in there when you buy. Same thing whatever you buy. Whether I'm buying computers or real estate, it's the same concept. Everything's the same. I have to buy it well below the value. Well, how the hell are we going to do that? Well, you got to look around. That's the key to the whole real estate business. You know, you can look at 50 properties or 30 properties, but it's easy to do real estate now because you can look at a computer and the computer will give you all the information. Before, there was no internet. You had to go hunt around yourself. I used to go sit with the realtors back in the excuse me, not the realtors, never used real estate agents. I always used appraisers, so I would sit side by side with the appraiser. And that was in the 90s and the early 2000s, leading up to the 2007 debacle. I would be buying 10, 15 properties at one time from builders. So number three is you got to buy it well below. Number four, look at builders. I love to deal with builders. Why? Because builders always have to keep their numbers going. They always have to move inventory. I'm not sure what's happening today because, like I said, I'm in California. Before I was in Austin, Texas, easy. Millions of dollars worth of real estate. Las Vegas, Nevada, tens of millions of dollars worth of real estate. But Southern California, like I said, the market is way overvalued, and I haven't gone east to look at those $300,000 and $400,000 properties. Once you leave the coast, the property values drop 30-40%. Further east you go, away from the ocean, the less it costs. But still, it's overpriced even out there, and I'll be taking a look at it. Right now, I'm building properties in East Africa, Ethiopia. That's where the action is. I can build something for $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in cash, and it's worth twice the amount, like in 6 months later. So why am I spending my money here? I'd rather put it over there. I'm getting a better return on investment. Now, can you buy properties here at the 30-40%? I don't know. I haven't looked in Ohio or Missouri or any places in the Midwest. You go to the coast, forget about it. East or West Coast, as far as I can see, maybe Florida, you might have a little bit of an opportunity, but the number 5 issue, and this is the most important thing to understand, I'm going to keep it less than 6 minutes this video. Real estate is all based on supply and demand. So the greater the supply and the less the demand, prices, the greater the demand and the smaller amount of supply, then prices will often always go up. Let me repeat myself. The greater the demand and the smaller amount of supply, so when demand far exceeds supply, you're going to see prices going up. And the opposite occurs. Okay, so you want to be in a situation where you look at a market and then you find what I call a zone. So I live in an area with 110 houses in it. I call that a zone. Maybe they call it something else in real estate terminology, but I call it a zone. I want to focus on that area, and I want to find the one house that I can buy at 30% below appraised value. Those are my top 5 on real estate. I don't care how many books you read, how much research you do, or any of that stuff. It's only going to boil down to 6 minutes. It's a short video. Thanks for joining us, Mike Addis. Don't forget to hit the comment button. We love comments. Subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.